When the graph of an equation is a line, we call the equation is a linear equation. With a linear equation, you will have it's a straight line. Okay. So you might have the straight line toward to this direction. So this would be a positive slope. When the straight line has a going down direction, your slope is a negative number. When your straight line is a horizontal line, that means the slope is 0. When your straight line is a vertical line, then that means no slope. And these equations are often written in standard form. And the standard form, we define the standard form as ax plus by equals c. A must be a positive integer. A positive integer. B and y, they are integer as well. So they are integer. But your A must be a positive integer. A could be 0, B could be 0, but you cannot have A and B both has 0. Intercept, y-intercept whether the x equals 0. So the y-intercept you'll have 0, b. X-intercept whether the y equals 0. So you'll have the intercept point at a, 0. Now use the x-intercept and the y-intercept to graph the equation. So 3x plus 2y equal 12. This is a standard form, the standard linear equation. So if we go with x-intercept and y-intercept. So the x-intercept whether the y equals 0. So y equals 0. Now I substitute the 0 into the y. So I will get the 3x plus 2 times 0 equal 12. So from here I can solve for x equal 4. So the x-intercept will be 4, 0. Finding the y-intercept whether the x equals 0. So substitute x into the 0, you'll get a 3 times 0 plus 2y is equal 12. So y equals 6. Then the y-intercept is 0, 6. So now with these two coordinate points, you can sketch the graph. So you go label the point 0, 6. Go label the point of 4, 0. Then combine these 2 points. You will sketch the line of the equation. The next one, we're going to talk about the graph, the horizontal line and the vertical line. Graph the y equal 2. So y equal 2, this is only when y equal 2, that means you have 0, 2. That will be the point you will pass into it. So I'm going to graph x and y axis here. When y equal 2, that means whatever x you have, your y always passing through this point 2. So y equal 2 is a horizontal line. So you will have 1, 2, negative 1, 2, 2, 2, negative 2, 2. So whatever x value it change, it doesn't matter. Your y always stick with the 2. So we call this as a horizontal line. X equal negative 3, that means whatever y value change, your x always stay with the negative 3. So you have negative 3, 1, negative 3, negative 1, negative 3, 0, negative 3, 2, and so on, so on. So when you have the x equation, only the single x equal number, you will have a vertical line. And the x is a vertical line. So it doesn't matter what the y value you have here, your x is always stay with the -3. So the thing you need to know is when you have a y equal equation, this is a horizontal line. When you have the x equal equation, this is a vertical line. Okay. Now we look at this one, linear function. Linear function is a function determined by the form f of x equal ax plus b. And in fact, this is the same form when you have the y equal ax plus b. But these two that represent the same meaning, which is a function. We look at the example. A high-definition curved screen smart television purchased for $2,750 is expected to depreciate according to the formula of this one, where f of x is the value of the television after x years. When will the television be worth nothing? Okay, so when, right? I mean, they are looking for the x, because how long it's gonna take to the value of the television will tend to the 0. So that means they are looking for the f of x equals 0, right? So now we just did f of x equals 0. So the equation is -550x plus 2750. Now we solve for x. That means bring 2750 to left hand side, so you get a -2750 equal -550x. Now divide by -550 on both sides, you'll get an x is equal 5. So that means after 5 years, the television will worth nothing. Now find the distance between 2 points. The distance formula has a square root x2 minus x1 everything square plus y2 minus y1 everything square. So this is a distance formula. You need to get at least 2 pair of the point in order to apply with a formula. Let's take a look at an example. These 2 points P and Q has xm coordinate point. We need to find the distance. So we just use the formula to apply it, right? But you need to decide which one is x1, which one is x2. You can swap, it doesn't matter, but you need to define first so that you will not apply into the formula with the wrong direction. So we use this formula, x2, I have the -7 minus x1, so minus -1, and everything to the square, plus y2 is a minus -2, and then everything squared. So now we cleaned up here, -7 plus 1, you turn to the -6, everything squared, plus a plus 2, you will have the 10, everything squared. -6 squared is 36, plus 100. Now you have the square root of 136. We split the 136 into the 4 by 34. Why? Because 4 is the largest perfect square number of the 136. So when you split the 136 into the 4, root 4 times root 34, this root 4, I can change this number into an integer 2, but the 34 stay under the radical. So this is the distance of 2 points, P and Q. Finding the midpoint of the segment. I'm going to use the same example here to find the midpoint. Oh, by the way, we need to get a formula. So the midpoint formula, when you have 2 points P and Q, the midpoint would be x1 plus x2, everything divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So find the midpoint. We use this one. Find the midpoint of P and Q. So we just set a formula, midpoint. Let me put down here, put a midpoint. So have x1. I'm going to label the x1 and x2 here. x1, y1, x2, y2. So we have the x1 plus x2, which is -7 plus 1 divided by 2, comma. y1 plus y2, we will have 2 plus -4 divided by 2. So now we have -6 over 2, comma, -2 over 2. So the midpoint is located on -3, comma, -1 of the two points P and Q.